Hey guys, it's me again. It's been 2 weeks, so I didn't make a video last week. I know I was crazy. Wait until I tell you everything that has happened. Okay, first of all, I did my foundations test. Um, it wasn't necessarily as hard as I thought it would be. Um, it was it was just really hard to narrow down 9 chapters. I did a crap load of practice questions, and honestly, that helped me so much. I did the practice questions in the book. I did the practice questions from Fundamental Success. I did practice questions online. I did practice questions on YouTube, on my app. I mean, everywhere. Practice questions. So I really just studied the material up until I think the day before and then the day of, and that's when I was just doing practice questions back to back to back, and it really helped me get used to those style questions. Then I had to work on the weekend while studying for health assessment and Pharm. I had health assessment this morning. I have Pharm tomorrow evening. Having 2 tests in 1 week is crazy and insane, and it's just been nuts. It's been nuts. So I had health assessment this morning. It was on 16 chapters. 16 chapters. What are they thinking? Anyway, 16 chapters. It was nuts, but I got an 80. I'm not thrilled with my score because I studied my butt off. But I feel like, how the semester was set up was the first chunk before the first exam, you learn 16 chapters. And now every exam after that until the cumulative one is going to be on 3 chapters, 4 chapters, 5 chapters. So I feel like at this point, trying to narrow down 16 chapters was the biggest challenge I've ever done. So at this point, taking a test on 4 chapters is going to be like a piece of cake. So even though I got an 80, I got a B. I should be happy with my B. I'm a perfectionist. An 80 is right on the edge of the C plus and the B, so it just makes me nervous. It was the first test of the semester. It's really hard to get used to teachers and how they test. So as I said, I should be happy, but I'm never going to be happy unless I have an A, and that's just the fact of the matter. But my B is good. Anyway, so I have Pharm tomorrow. Pharm is on cardiac meds, antihypertensive meds, COPD, and asthma. The way that my teacher breaks it down is instead of going through chapters in the book, he only teaches from his PowerPoints and he only tests from his PowerPoints, which is awesome for me because I don't have to go through the book and everything. It's really verbatim from his PowerPoints. So I have been studying that. I'm trying different study methods. I'm gonna see if the study method that I'm currently trying is gonna get me a good score on this Pharm test, and if it is, I'll do a video about this study method. I actually took it from my good friend that I talked about in my last video that I've been with her for a long time. She's kind of developed this, and I'm seeing it work for her, so I'm trying it because I feel like we get into this groove of we want to learn everything and we want to get everything in our heads, and sometimes it's a waste of time and you're just focusing too much on the wrong things, especially when you're doing multiple chapters like we've been doing, testing on multiple chapters. So I'm going to tell you if this study method works in another video, and we'll just see the kind of score I get. Oh, on my foundations test, I got an 88. So I'm closer to my A. Each question was worth 2 points. There were 50 questions. Again, it was on 7 chapters, so a lot better than 16. But getting 50 questions out of 7 chapters, how do you know what to focus on? It's really tough. So the 88 made me feel good because I'm 2 points away from an A. I missed 1 question. If I would have gotten one of those questions correct, I would have gotten an A. So that made me happy. I think what I need to learn is that in nursing school, you can't always expect the A's or the B pluses or even the B's that you're used to. You're gonna get B minuses and C pluses, and that's okay, because really in nursing school you're just trying to pass. Especially with me taking so many classes. Like, I've been watching other YouTube people and they're not taking nearly as many classes as I am, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like my program, the way they've set it up and organized it, is kind of crazy. And the fact that I have to take 5 electives, even though I took a ton of electives before, but a lot of them didn't transfer in, and then also the nursing requirements, they've upped the amount of electives you need. So I pretty much have to take an elective every semester for the rest of nursing school. And that's kind of crazy. Like, the elective I'm taking now, I really like it. I enjoy it. It's about writing blogs online, so it's fun. Last week I wrote a blog about, how to budget, how to be fashionable on a budget. And then this week I wrote a profile story on one of my good friends that I bartend with, and about her life. So it's fun stuff, but it's just a lot of writing. And we have to do a rough draft, and then we have to criticize she criticizes our rough draft, and then we have to do another draft, and then we have to do a final draft. So it's just a lot of steps, things that I don't need to think about right now. I don't need to worry about it, but I am, because I want to get, a good grade in that elective. So that's been a challenge, just balancing my time, as I said before, narrowing down all these chapters. But I'm getting, pretty much I got B's on my first 2 tests, and I should be happy with them. I'm gonna see how this goes tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. It's midnight right now. I've been studying. I got up this morning at 8 a.m. I got to school by 8:45 or 9, and I studied from 9 to 10:15, took my test, and then from 10:15 to 1:30 I studied. And then from 1:30 to 5:30, I was in classes. And then from 5:30 to midnight, I've been studying. Well, except my drive home. That's it. So it's just, I'm hoping that all this effort that I'm putting in every week with the study time I'm putting in, because it's the amount of study time I'm putting in is absurd, that I get better grades. Because I feel like I'm putting in the effort for the A's, So I think I just have to also get used to the style of questions, the fact that it's not all just memorization anymore. You're learning rationale. So that's just stuff I got to get used to. Oh, I have other news. So my clinical sites that my school is using, they changed everything, and we were supposed to start clinicals in 2 weeks, and now we're starting them on Monday. So I'm going to the clinical Monday, but since we couldn't do our clinical lab for the amount of weeks we were supposed to, because my clinicals are on Mondays, so President's Day we were off, and now we have essentially missed 2 classes. So now I'm going to be in clinical from 7 to 1, and then I have to drive to my campus, and then I'm going to be in clinical lab from 2 to 8. So the next 2 Mondays, I'm going to be in school from 7, doing school stuff, from 7 to 8 p.m. That's going to be killer. So they have to do it because we have to have a certain amount of lab hours in, and we have to get signed off on our skills. So I understand why they have to do it, and it's not really in the nursing school's control. It's the clinical sites that have put this pressure on them. But it's a lot for us students. I got my scrubs. I got my shoes. I will probably do a separate video on those and show you what I got. But for now, I'm going to go get a glass of wine, lay in bed, and watch Grey's Anatomy until I fall asleep, which will probably be in about 30 minutes. I don't even think I'll make it through an episode. And then I'm going to get up and go to school and do all my crap tomorrow and take my Pharm test. I will update you guys. Maybe I'll even just do another video tomorrow night after my Pharm test to tell you if this study idea worked and show you what it is. All right, thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all your wonderful support. Please subscribe, like my videos, and comment below and tell me anything that you want to hear or, anything you want me to talk about. Thanks so much again. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.